All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's Monday, November 24th, 2025. This is the Indoor Farmer, episode 211. 211 today. It's been an interesting week off, and we're getting back into it. We have some plans and ideas, and we're going to talk about it today on the Indoor Farmer. Hit that like button, share it out with some friends. If you watch the show, tell me what you think. Comment below. If you watch it, after the live stream or the replay, whatever you call it, let me know in the comments, and comment below on the main post too over on Rumble if you could. We're going to play a little intro here. It's now 1:02 Central Time. I'm going to play this little intro to get the party started, and hit the like button. And Mr. Sprout can get to tagging and sharing, with all his homies. And we'll be right back in 3 minutes, 55 seconds. Let's grow.
In a cozy corner of the city, where the wildfire's shining bright, lives a man named Waylon. With his green thumb at his mic. He's not your typical farmer. No fields, no barn, no plow. His farm's indoors, his harvest shared on the airwaves now. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. On Sunday, games are rolling. At 5:30 they start. The Indoor Farmers Game Night, where laughter plays a part. Monday brings his story, how he learned to farm and grow. The Indoor Farmer shares his journey, making it a show. With every episode, a chapter of his life, teaching us to live more green, reducing all our strife. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. Tuesdays for the reviews of people, places, things. Waylon's got the scoop, from artisans to local wings. Wednesday we grow Wednesday, where the mind expands, discussing food and farming with experts from the lands. He's not just growing plants, but communities as well. Through his microphone he casts a spell. Thursday, people in the boxes, where stories intertwine, with guests from all walks sharing what they've seen. Each podcast is a seed planted in our mind. Waylon's cultivation of culture and of kind. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. So if you're feeling lonely or need a touch of green, tune into Waylon's podcast, where the urban farms the scene. He's not just farming indoors, he's harvesting our thoughts. Waylon the indoor farmer, connecting all the dots. He's not just growing indoors, he's harvesting our thoughts. Waylon the indoor farmer, connecting all the dots. In a cozy corner of the city, where the wildfire's shining bright, lives a man
named Mr. Sprout, and he is still having trouble with the potty training. Those darn chihuahuas, I guess. I've never had a chihuahua until now. He's a chihuahua mix. He's not a full. Anyway, hey, what's up, everybody? 211 episodes. The Indoor Farmer. I'm the Indoor Farmer. Waylon, the Indoor Farmer. There's actually other indoor farmers out there now. There's a new YouTube channel called the Indoor Farmer. And I'm like, wait a minute. I've been on YouTube for way longer. But it is what it is. No one can take the Waylon, the Indoor Farmer title. No one can take that. So that is who I am. But this show I call the Indoor Farmer, as in sort of a generic term, like the person who tries to do more indoors, more sustainability related things, survivability. It doesn't all have to be growing, vegetables indoors. There's all sorts of things you can do inside that help you with the outside, or supplement, your outdoor garden, and or actually supplement your food throughout the wintertime. Um, there are these interesting gardens. I'd love to build one that are like it's like a greenhouse in like Alaska, where they have it like dug underground, like several feet down, and then the plastic over the top of there, and yeah, and you can be growing all year long, stuff like that. That's what we need to be doing, more all year long type stuff. So that's what I started doing, looking into how I could what I could grow inside. I can tell you this, it's not going to be I was going to say it's not possible to grow everything indoors, but I think it is possible given the right conditions. The issue comes in where you have to have different places, different spaces inside that are controlled in different ways, different climates, different temperatures, and light cycles, and everything like that. Um, at different humidity levels. So once you can do that, though, and you have enough space. I think I could do some interesting things. I'm going to try to grow some stuff inside that you just can't grow in my area. We'll do that. Well, I mean, I am growing a pineapple right now. I don't know how long the pineapple is going to last. It's still sort of doing its thing, but it's just in water all the time. It's an aquaponic system. I just don't think that's what pineapples enjoy, but it is growing and living. So we'll keep you updated on that. We're going to pull up some pictures for today. Afterwards, we're gonna get our segment in over on Garden Savvy. We'll hand out some numbers here. We'll do a number spin for the local subscribers, and also I'm gonna get to the game night winners and the all the prizes from game night. Shouts out to Sheena for being our return champion and maintaining her title for game night yesterday. Had a pretty good showing yesterday. Pretty awesome. I hope we can maintain that momentum as winter settles in and more people have time to hang out with us on a Sunday. Okay, so today's number. We'll have a door prize later. There we go. Let's pull up some pictures. Why don't we? Let's pull them up. What is up? Let me look at some comments here. Let me actually get the Facebook comments up. Facebook has something weird going on the computer again. I can't see the comments. It's stuck in like a reel. Facebook and their reels. Let me just use the phone, I guess. We got Alice and Kayla over there, and Margaret. Hello, ladies. Ladies of WTIF. Oh, turn the audio down. Let me see who's on the Facebook. Patty Mack, what's up? Get to YouTube. This Facebook is dead. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Believe it or not, no one sees me on YouTube. I actually got more people watching on Facebook. I was gonna actually say that. It's funny that you bring that up. Patty Mack in the house. What's up, my guy? What I was gonna say, I thought about it before the show. Is like, let me see who all has YouTube. You see who's got YouTube. Come find me live on YouTube and say hi. Maybe we'll just I don't know. We'll do something maybe simple for now. But we're also live on Rumble. Rumble is where I prefer. I actually like what Rumble's about. But to your point, YouTube is still a pretty big dog in the house. So it is what it is. But yeah, if you guys have YouTube, go check it out. Oh yeah, man. Appreciate you coming by. We got Kim and Kayla, Wayne Cruz. What's up? What a be saying hello. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Betty, hello. Kayla, Frank, hello, hello. Come on in, guys. Hit the like button if you could. Share it out. This show is all about everybody. It's I'm going to pull up some pictures of what I have growing. That's basically because that's the content I have available. Um, what I used to do, what I need to get back to, is getting out to some more gardens and other people's grows, farms, stuff like that, and getting content for Monday's show in that way. Kind of overlaps the Tuesday show because I go out and review places, but anyway, I digress. This show is all about all of us. The fact that we all have to eat, we all have to navigate this world of poisons and toxins, and what is it that we can do. And I'm the first one to admit that I am not anywhere close to, you might say, there yet. I'm not anywhere close to healthy yet, but I'm moving in that direction. Always be moving in that direction. I feel like there's no reason not to move in that direction. That doesn't mean that you have to take huge strides. Maybe it's better if we go healthy faster, right? Maybe we'll be better in the long term, but it's not easy for everybody. Doing things like quitting sweets cold turkey, or quitting cold turkey. I don't know if that's good for you or not, but you get my drift. It's funny because it's just hard for everybody that wants to move in that direction to just think about the insurmountable mountain that is being healthy at the top of that mountain. But just to think about it a step at a time, a pinky toe's worth at a time. Hey, Alice found me over on the YouTube. What's up? Hi in the YouTube. Found me. There you go. So yeah, you can find me on YouTube. It's just that YouTube kind of buries me in their algorithm. I don't get a whole lot of YouTube love. I get more play on the Rumble than I do on the YouTube. That's why I'm always telling people to go to Rumble. Actually, I can actually believe in the algorithm there. I can actually believe it's doing something for me. Okay. Pull up some pictures here from this week. Okay. And we'll pull up some music while we're at it. Okay, let's go ahead and looks like it got turned sideways on me. That's okay. So look at this. Regular spider. Regular spider has found its home on my lemon tree. I think I'm gonna leave it for now, so maybe it can like help combat anything else at the moment. I did spray the lemon tree a little bit with the Prime Superior already, so I don't know what's going on there. But I looked at it real close. I took a little video of it here a little later, just to make sure. Like, it is not a mite nest. It's a spider web, regular spider web. Here, let's go with those. Go with the zoom in. But yeah, this Miss Limone, she's got like it's almost like cobwebs. They don't even look like an active spider web, basically. I mean, there's a spider in there somewhere. I'm cool with it. I saw it when I first got the plant when James first gave her to me. Thanks again to James. I always pat myself on the back because I'm a 53-year-old male that does not take one single med. That's awesome, Wayne. It's not me bragging. That's just me patting myself extremely hard in the back. Nah, man, that's a flex. That is a flex these days. It is a flex because I can't say that. I take an inhaler twice a day, every day, Mometazone. I got other allergy meds, but I don't take them because they don't do anything. Because I have pets around me all the time. That's what I'm allergic to. Okay, so there's my that pineapple's looking real sad. Although I did put there's a cocoon that I found on the lemon tree that I put over here. I don't know if it's gonna make it like anything's gonna come out. A moth maybe, I don't know, but that's fine. I don't care really about that. I do see some peppers coming back though. Pepper plants are coming back. I saw something else today that was pretty exciting too. I'm going to show you in a little bit. I need to take this whole thing apart though. This whole thing needs to be. Oh man, I need to get to the next one. I keep talking about it. I'm going to speak it into existence. The more I talk about it on the show, I got to tear this apart and build the new system first and then take this apart. I think it can be done. All I really have to do is shut off the pump, unplug it here, and then plug it into the new setup, turn the pump back on, and then I can take all this stuff apart at my leisure. I have a design in mind, and I might have to put it on paper, and show you guys sometime. Popped around. Thanks, Alice. I saw you jumping around there. Somebody on YouTube right now. Appreciate that. Hit the permanent comments down there on the Rumble or YouTube, because once the live is over with, the live chat just is gone, disappears on those platforms. So if you want to make something permanent, hit us with a hashtag or something. Okay. What else was I going to say about this? I don't know what system I'm going to go with. I think I might still do a combination of different things on the next setup, because I kind of like the idea of being able to try different stuff. But the issue with this setup is it goes too high. It's too tall up towards the ceiling. It's too high up. I need to do something different on the next go around. Maybe have the water, the fish tanks next to, or maybe across the room from the aquaponic. I want it to be all enclosed in one system, but the higher up I go, the less headroom there is for plants to grow. So you can see how low the light is, and it's just, that's one flaw with this setup. The way it stair steps up and it keeps getting higher until you go to the back wall there with the PVC pipe, which has holes in it. That's why it's covered up right now. It has holes in it so that you could grow certain kinds of plants, like running water. Certain plants like to be sitting in water, and other plants like to have a grow medium, like the clay pebbles there on the lower grow bed. So if I can design a system that does all these things, all three of those things at least, but have it lower towards the ground, then there's a lot more I can do. So I think that actually, I'm glad I'm talking about this. I'm working this out as we speak, and I think that's the best method, just because of the ceiling height in the basement here. So I do have two areas. I was going to move the whole system over to the left in the corner. You can't see it on this picture, but I might put the aquariums here. Maybe I don't want to run hoses all over the place, so it would be nice to have it side by side. That's going to be the plan, but we'll see. I'll have to think of a few different designs now, because I have two different aquariums. I've got this one that we're looking at is 55 gallon, and then I have a 65 gallon too. It would be nice to work them both in, or to just make two separate systems. The issue though is that I cannot leave the system the way it is. It's not safe. It's not put together that well. There's a lot about this that needs to be fixed. So it's not like I could just leave this and then start the next one, build the new one. That's not going to be in the cards. So yeah, I'm going to have to design something else with the space that I have. Now there is the table too. I think maybe the next picture. The grow table has room underneath of it that maybe I could put the aquariums, but then I'm running hoses across the room. You'd have to walk over or put them across the ceiling or something like that, and that's a lot of work on the pumps. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Well, guys, we're going to have to figure that one out for sure. That's okay. It's good to know. It's good to have the problems in my head, and then I'll let them rattle around for a while, and I'll just be like, Eureka, one day. That's what I'll do. You know? Alice, thank you for the YouTube love. Appreciate it. Liked and shared. I thank you very much. Thank you for anybody that will like and share and tag anyone. So here we are looking at the grow table. I cleaned it up quite a bit last week. Here's the opening to show whether or not there's too much water in the table. I don't know yet whether it's actually a good setup or at least functional. Functional would be a good word. Obviously, drainage would be better, but this is the low side of the table, so I really think that it's okay, because if I put too much water in the entire table, it will run down this way, and then I'll see a puddle, and then I know there's too much, and then I can actually get some of it out or take it and put it wherever I see dry soil. That's what I've done so far. I don't know though. Might end up being, bad for the roots. But as long as there's a slant, as long as there's an incline, I feel like it might be okay. For now, for this first iteration. I'd like to cut the table legs down and make this a little lower though. You see how close it is to the light, and it just shoots right up there. The broccoli just goes straight up to the light. I did chop some of it down today, but that's a sad story that you have to chop it down because it got too big, Mary, hello. How are you? What is everybody out here doing with the seasonal change and stuff? Is anyone growing anything indoors or, fall crops outside? The carrots and such. Your root vegetables. So the new light is really holding up nicely. I like it. The plants are digging it as well. Does anybody have house plants? I have a house plant. It seems to be happy so far. I killed the last one I had. Here we go. The bull's blood beets. Hey, Mr. Sprout. What's up, my guy? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Alright, lay down. Okay, so the bull's blood beets I'm excited about because they finally have some room to breathe. The purple kohlrabi was... Dude, you're tangled up. Come on now. Purple kohlrabi was drowning out the bull's blood beets. I like the beets. They taste pretty good as far as the leaves. Can't really say greens with those, can you? Grow season is done for you, Mary. Yeah, I think if I had more space outside and maybe an outdoor garden, I would be more interested in those fall crops that you can grow or that you can plant. Potatoes and carrots. I'm guessing other root things like beets and radishes. I'd have to look more into those, but I know for sure that things like potatoes and carrots. And I think that's how you really maximize your use of your outdoor space. And then on top of that, when you have spring coming up, once you get close to spring, or not close to spring, but even a week or two before that, people will be indoors with a little tiny, almost like a greenhouse cage thing with shelves, and you can get seeds started that way indoors. You can have a little indoor setup just to get things going for your outdoor garden. Hey, Betty found us on the YouTube. Oh yeah, thanks, Betty. Callie, what's up? Yeah, I'm seeing some green now. Some green leaves in the bull's blood beets. So obviously there's not a lot of ground, or there's like 6 inches of soil. So they may not be able to grow the beets, but I just want the leaves, more of the leaves to be bigger, and I can eat more of them. I've also been eating the kohlrabi leaves and the kohlrabi. No, thank you. No, thanks. You can the veggies, Mary? That's a good idea. Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't do a lot of the preserving yet, or the processing, you might say. That's really the next level, where you grow enough in the summer, process it, and then you can eat it all winter, and that's the idea. You ever watch these shows that are in like Alaska though? What's the Alaska, The Last Frontier? Is that what it's called? With the I forget the name of the family. There's like 3 generations of this family living on this property, and they get to the point in the wintertime where the meat that they've gathered up starts to get, it gets old eating the same meat over and over. The meat isn't old, but like the same type of meat gets kind of boring, I guess. And so they'll go and they will trade with their neighbors. One guy raises pigeons, so they traded for a bunch of pigeon meat. Like, yeah, it's gamey and stuff, but it's something different, and it's like change pace. Okay, yeah. When you get to that point, even stuff you preserve, you're just like, well, I'd like something fresh, please. So I could see a reason to do both, right? So I've never said to not grow outdoors. I just think that supplementing through the winter time. So what you do is you grow as much outdoors as possible, and preserve as much as possible, and then you have a little something. Maybe not a big table like I have here, but just a little herb garden or something like that. Get a little bit of greenery, get a little bit of use, some kind of practical use out of it, medicinal if not spice or flavor. And yeah, I mean, I think that's good for everybody. Also, there's things like the house plants, like this house plant right here that James gave me. Looks happy, I think. I don't know. That offers some things. If you don't have any plants that you can eat growing plants that are house plants are actually pretty good as well for things like seasonal depression, air quality. House plants will clean the air in your home, and some of them have some uses too, like things like aloe houseplant you can use if you get burned. I had to do that once. I got burned real bad on my hand. Cut open, pieces of aloe, the actual plant, and just squeezed out the goo onto my burn. Living the dream. That's awesome. Well, doing pretty good. Just talking about sustainability in general, and the fact that we survival is one of the number one things that we don't think about as often as maybe we should, because we can go down to the store and get what we need. But I want to take back as much self-reliance as possible, and it may not be the same for everybody. You might only be able to get a tiny bit of it back, but you know what? As much responsibility as possible, bring it on, because we're still ultimately responsible for our own outcome, even if we outsource our health and our wellness and our nutrients. We outsource it all to someone else because they may know better. It still stops at you. It still stops at ourselves, right? The buck still stops at ourselves. All right, so I did put in the title. I'm going to be trying to plant some new stuff. I'm going to try to get to that today. I've got my paper towels. I've got some water and some some gloves. I just have to go grab the seeds. I'll do that a little later, obviously, but got that, and I'm going to show you the dwarf fruit tree plant or seeds that I got in these cups here. They're not germinating yet, so I guess the water float method isn't going to work. Here's my mint plant. Keeps making flowers, and I just pluck the flowers off. Another one back here. Oh, there's one here I missed. Just pluck them off. Just harvested some indoor. So you grow all year long then? Cannabis specifically. Do you grow anything else? Grow some of your herbs, some spices, some house plant greenery for around the home? Thanks, Alice. Let me see the hashtag, and I'll pull the bong out early today. How about that? The mint plant is doing this crazy thing where like it's growing like sideways almost. And then these I think are more broccoli starting to grow just from broccoli scraps and stuff growing up. It looks like it could also be possibly something else, but I thought maybe radishes, but radishes look a little different. It looks mostly like broccoli. If you look at the bigger broccoli up top here, it looks like broccoli. Yeah. Starting to get better at identifying, plants that I've at least seen and worked with before. Like that's radishes back here, and then kohlrabi on the left. Those radishes aren't looking so hot. I did water them today though, so maybe that's going to help. Brenda, thank you. Okay, well, that's like 3 people. Let me see if I can get some more hashtag WTIFs, hashtag ladies of WTIF in the chat. We'll have a little bong talk while we chat here. Yeah, this is kind of the best time for me to be talking about these ideas because of winter time. Winter time can be pretty depressing, and when you still have a little garden to come work in, it makes a big difference. You can sit there and piddle fart in the garden, just playing with the soil, just doing things that really are just kind of mundane, kind of maintenance things, which I have to do a lot of, which ends up being a lot of my content, which is kind of sucks because I'd like to start moving forward with a lot of projects and bringing that in more as content because the projects are going to be a lot more fun. Sprout, you're going to fall off, dude. What are you doing? You need to just chill. You're doing too much. You got too much room to run around over here now. Okay. Let's see what the next one is. So last week I buried a bunch of compost in this bin. I think I'm going to use the bin as a compost area for now. I do water it though because you got to have some moisture there for the worms. Come on, lay down. Now you're doing too much. Hey, I didn't ask for I didn't ask for that. Lay down. Come on. Stay. You don't get none of this. Haven't tried anything like that yet. Well, you could try, even in your grow tent, you can do like a little bit. But the issue that I'm running into is the light cycle. So a lot of the things that you see in my table have different preferred light cycles. So they're doing different things, like making flowers right away, trying to make seed. The broccoli is trying to go to seed because it's too warm. There's too much light. I think that's the issue because broccoli is more of a cold plant. Sprout, lay down or you're going upstairs. You want to go in the kennel? Lay down. Kennel or lay down? Kennel or lay down? Kennel or lay down? He's like half laying down. You guys can't see him, but come on. Come on. Yeah, you just play with your bones over here. Or you're gonna go upstairs. Or you're gonna go. Have you guys seen this? There's some streamer, I don't know what you call him, a YouTuber, who got caught like tasing his dog on the live stream. Usually he mutes it, but this time he forgot to mute it or something, and just starts tasing the shit out of his dog because the dog was making noise. Like, no, I'll go put you in the kennel, but I'm not gonna tase you until he's potty trained more, because I train him. But the kid, he's got a thick skull. These Chihuahuas got a thick skull. Stay. Lay down. Come on, lay down. Lay down. He's looking at me like, you are nuts. Lay down, Sprout. Sprout, lay down. Thank you. That's a good boy for a minute. See how long it lasts. I'll speak very softly. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for some fire seeds right now to start the new. Got a lot of good genetics in our lineup of sponsors, including 34 Mongrels Genetics. Get Bit. It's one of our sponsors from Game Night. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to that. That's why you gotta stay over there. Alright. This is my fancy holder. I put the hose from the other pump so that I can water the table with it. It's pretty good. Pretty good. That was an accidental video. I'm going to take it, or there's a better one here in a minute. But yeah, here's my pepper, and then also we got a little ladybug on the pepper plant, taking care of business. Very cool. Very cool. I think there's another one in there. I didn't see that one before. Here's a little close-up on the Miss Limone. I looked at it real close. This is HD on my side, 4K and no mites. This is a regular spider web, which I'm okay with. I'm totally fine with a regular spider web. Yeah, I'm looking at it on the big screen in front of me. I'm not seeing anything other than web. There's more web down there. It's kind of like almost like a cobweb more than anything. It's fine though. It's a tree. It's a lemon tree, so it's just gonna do its thing. We got our fishies, little fishy action. They're loving life. I gotta remember to feed them from time to time, but. Oh, you can almost see. Oh, I saw it for a second there at the bottom. A little split second of the algae eater. I forget what it's called. It's not a Placosma. It's another algae eater. It's like an Asian algae eater, but it's getting pretty big. The thing is like the size of a hot dog now. So right there, I've been having some problems on that plant. Fighting it back. I'm fighting it back as much as possible. Then I saw the ladybug, and I was like, oh, yes. Thank you, ma'am, for coming in. Sir, ma'am, whatever you are. Right, I'm not smoking it, right? I wouldn't let a regular spider all over my cannabis plant. But a tree, lemon tree, oh yeah, they can chill in there. Lemon spider tree. Speaking of James, right there. Brenda says 34 mongrels are 2 of the 3 that are going in the photo tent. Nice. She will tough it out. Yeah, she'll tough it out. I think she's fine. I think I'm not doing a lot of watering or nutrients. Just a little water here and there. And the water's coming from the aquarium, so you know there's nitrites and nitrates in that quite a bit. So she's getting some from that. But yeah, just the regular spiders are fine with me. They can chill in there. I actually put a bunch of them in this table. I took this spatula and used it to grab a bunch of spider webs in the corners and everywhere before I had my party, and then I just put it into the table here. So there might be an army of spiders in this table. And that's fine, at least for now. If it's like it becomes a problem, then I can start killing some spiders. But for now, just do that. I did transplant her. She's in a I believe that's a 20 gallon, maybe 30 gallon. Yeah, she's like the low branches are still kind of touching the rim of the pot there, but she'll grow up a little bit. So here we go, getting you get the first person view, but you can't get the whole view. Tried to lean back a little bit to get the chopping part, but just getting the pieces that are close to like touching the light, just so that they don't start burning. Not that it's going to start a fire per se, but the plant itself will just get all burny, crispy. So I just chop off the bits that are touching the lights. I do keep getting broccoli out of this though. Whenever I make like a stew or something, I definitely throw some broccoli in there. And the onions, boy, oh yeah, the onions I throw in everything. Anything I can put onions in, I put onions in. Or on. Sandwich, steak. Hell yeah, Kayla, let's see some dancing bananas on the rumble. Dancing bananas. Gone in water in a spray bottle, take them out. Spiders, yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with the spiders though. Spiders kill other insects. Is that what you're talking about? Or on the pepper plant, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that. Or a little alcohol. Alcohol helps to dry the bugs out. Although spider mites like it dry. Oh yeah, dancing bananas on the screen. This guy's right next to me. I can't do another bong toke if he's sitting right here, bro. Bro, can you go lay down? So I'm currently still adding water. Let me actually look at that real quick. Oh yeah, it's got a ways to go because I took a lot of water out. I walked away, forgot about it. So there's a good 6 inches below the water downspout, which equates to like 30 gallons. I don't know how much really, at least 10 to 20 gallons. And my table is not overwhelmed yet either, so definitely needed it. What? Gonna be part of the show? You're not even in the shop. I didn't ask for that. No. Come here. Guess I can hold you for a few minutes. So yeah, here we go. Plug in this is my little rudimentary auto watering system. I was taking buckets of water from the aquarium, trying not to get the fish out. So this is a much better upgrade, or much better way to do it than what I was doing. Put 2 rooted cuts in soil. In solos, they now get 2 clones to transplant. Oh, nice. Yeah, I could clone it for sure. It's outside. Is it in the ground outside? You're gonna leave it outside all winter? I want to know if that's possible, because that would change some things. Mine's too small, I think, to mess with that. I'm gonna leave it inside. It gets plenty of light where it's at, kind of between both systems in here. I put a little water in that dish just in case ladybugs need a drink. It's in a planter. 5 foot tall in a planter, and you leave it outside, huh? I didn't know that was possible. I thought anything in a planter would probably have to be brought in, but there's also ways to keep the roots warm too. Covering them. There's actually ways where you can get big trees. It's like a plastic dome that goes around the base of the tree all the way around, and it helps to keep the roots warm all season long. Oh yeah, I gotta water for the worms, and then I just put it back in there and let it go for a while. I could structure the table better, but I think it works kind of nicely having a sort of fluctuating areas. Okay, now this will be the compost area. Oh, well, now let me plant something there. It's been a while. Okay, now I can compost over here, and just kind of moving things around. And some plants last longer, so therefore, like the onions have been there longer, the broccoli's been there longer. But whenever those things, die off eventually, then something else will go there. So you could say, well, let me try and do like rows, or nice, neat. Imagine like it's an outdoor grow table or grow bed, and it doesn't really work for me because I'm constantly trying different things. Let me bury this. Oh, maybe a volunteer comes up of something randomly somewhere that I didn't expect, and I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna try to see what happens with it, And so I think this is mostly more of an experimental kind of table. But say if I had a warehouse or a garage where I had multiple tables like this, then I could sort of specialize in each thing, because growing different plants that have different needs or different light cycle like preferences, that's the word I was trying to think of. Light cycle preferences is not easy. It's not good for the overall health of the plants, because each plant is going, what the heck season is this? And so, yeah, I definitely want to get a little bit more dialed in, or more specified in the areas, because I have other rooms where I could have a different light cycle, a different time amount of light, and therefore a sort of a different climate area, and grow different plants that way. So that'll be the end goal in the eventual Maccabees Live Market facility. Have different rooms. Dude, if you sit on my keyboard, Come on now. Okay, so here are the coffee cups. Got orange, cherry, and apple seeds, and they're not doing anything except for that orange. I took a video, I think. I don't know if that's molding or what, but I'd like to think it's roots, but it doesn't look like a taproot, that's for sure. So they've been in there almost a month. Nothing's happening, so I just don't think that's the way to get the see, like that looks like maybe something's happening to that the one on the bottom, the orange plant. It would be nice to get these to have like 4 little mini fruit trees growing in the house. You know, lemon. I already have the lemon. We have apple, cherry, and orange. That'd be pretty cool. That would be cool. Yeah, so what I think I'm going to do next, since I have more of these seeds, is I'm going to try it with the wet paper towel method. I have more seeds right here of each. Wet paper towel method might yield better results. Those are not for you, dude. Not for you. Mary Walker found me on the YouTube. Heck yeah. Yeah, so, you know, anybody that's on YouTube at all, or more often than any other video site, come find me there. It'd be cool. Looks like that's it, though, for today's pictures. Where's the video that I... 1 second, please. Oh, I see. So that was the video. Okay. Put this back up and go to locals because it's about time to hand out some numbers. Looks like 14 comments. Remember, as I've been doing, the person that hits the first comment gets 2 spots on the wheel. Looks like Cat. Cat gets 2 spots this week. Number 1 times 2. Next we got Frog Hopper, number 2. They both played in the game. Thank you both. Jess Rosebud, number 3. Diane, number 4. Brenda, number 5. Alice, number 6. Kayla, number 7. Rose, number 8. Margaret, number 9. Almost all ladies. I used to have a more balanced audience, but the ladies of WTIF are taking over. Here's Chris. Finally, we got a couple men in here. We got Chris and Trent and Perry. See, and then Joe. Okay, so there's some men on here. Where'd Chris go? Chris is number 10. Crisco, number 10. Crispy Crisco, number 10. Trent Allgood, number 11. Okay, what do we got? Perry Wood, number 12. Nobody, number 13. And Kim Marston, number 14. All right, got 15 this time. do that right? 10, 9. Okay. Joe Orzel, not with it. My neighbor lost her 16-year-old daughter in a bad accident Saturday night, just not feeling it. Oh, wow. Wow, Joe. My condolences. I'm not sure how to gently say you're also number 15. How about just 15 period? That works. Wow, neighbor lost a young daughter. That's Kim says num 5. No, you mean number 14. I think everybody else got a number. Okay, Cat is number 1 times 2. And if you guys haven't got one yet, you do have 3 more chances to get in the same post every week. I do 4 spins throughout the week, and you can get in on any of those, including the last spin. You can decide to subscribe and still get in on the wheel. Sprout, you're gonna shed. You're shedding just like your big Seaster. Okay. Alright guys, I do really appreciate anybody that subscribes, just because you see the vision and the end goal that I have, to really bring it to boost everybody, to talk about these problems and these issues that every person needs to talk about. Like, I could talk about opinion, I could talk about the stuff I like, I could sit and talk about anime for an hour. I don't think y'all are going to be all that interested, because I've cultivated, if you will, a community of people that see that same importance behind food and nutrition and health and wellness. That's why I do a Tuesday show. I do a little reviews where I can review movies if I want to or whatever, but for the most part, I'm still trying to promote small businesses and entrepreneurs on Tuesdays. But I get to use that as kind of a more fun, we go to Comic-Con sometimes and things like that. But for this show, it's not necessarily about what I want, it's about what I think is needed. And it is my opinion, but I think it's not a far stretch to say that everybody needs to be a little bit more self-sustainable. Everybody can be a tiny bit more self-sustainable at the very least. So those aren't necessarily opinion, they're kind of obvious truths. Okay, here we go. Spin number 1 this week. So, Hopper, cheers, brother. Sorry for the loss. Yeah, I don't think Joe's in here right now, but definitely prayers out to Joe. And like, just having a neighbor, something like that happen, it's just traumatic in itself. But then for it to be your family, it's like, unspeakable. Well, he finally left me alone long enough that I guess I can put a little something up in here in the bowl. Remember, if you use a piece with water, and it's not just for looks and for coolness, it's for the filtration and the cooling down of the smoke and stuff. I believe it's healthier than just smoking. Obviously, it's even healthier than that, but make sure you rinse this out, rinse the piece out, and get yourself some new water at least once a week. Number 14. Number 14 is our first winner this week. And who is that? Just handed it out. Was it Kim? Kim. Yeah, Kim. I don't know. I guess I could give you number 5. Just kidding. Kim, we got you written down here as our first winner this week. Cool. Excellent. Now we do have a door prize to give away at the end of the show today. I do that just to show some appreciation to those that hang out and enjoy the show, enjoy the content, and enjoy the message. You know, it's or at least see the importance in it. I may not be the most perfect deliverer of the message, but I also represent the average person that is trying to figure out how to do some of this stuff. Hey, here's my mistakes. Here's what I messed up on this week, and let me show you what I'm going to mess with, what I'm going to try to learn next. You know, something to that effect. Okay. Next, I think we'll just go jump over onto GardenSavvy.com. Shouts out to GardenSavvy.com. They have a wonderful community, kind of a social media type of area for gardeners and growers to talk to each other, post pictures, respond and reply, and hit friend requests and all that stuff. And I think you can make groups and stuff too. It looks like it's not wanting to respond though. Weird. Garden Savvy is not being so savvy today. Sprout, just because I pulled the bong out doesn't mean that I want you to come over here. Maybe this guy enjoys it. I don't know. It's not good for you, dog. It's not good for you. Wow. Finally. Wow. It finally worked. That is incredible. In and out credible. I see a stem. Alright, we got a couple of posts since last time I posted. Here we go. We got AE says, I was going to throw out this orchid and magically it's starting to bud. Very cool. We got here, let's give it the heart strawberry emoji. And then we got Caroline that says, I attended Johnny's New Flowers for 2026 webinar. Lots of beautiful new flowers for next spring. New flowers, interesting. Just give her the happy face carrot. And then we have me from last week, 2 likes. John and Kayla. Thank you, Kayla. And thank you, John. I don't know if John ever watches this, but thank you very much. It's got a lot of resources, not just this little community board here. This is just for sort of fun and networking amongst other community members. But they also have a Garden Savvy AI and an entire Hortisketch, which is like a program that allows you to build different models of your garden digitally and then keep track of all sorts of information that way. Let's see. Hey, Garden Saviors. It's another Monday. But we still gotta eat. That's it. So join me. Let's grow. That's what we're gonna say this week. Boom. Let's grow. Alright. Shouts out to the Garden Savvy community. I grabbed the right. I think I did. Okay. Well, I think I might have to whack it real quick. So if you must look away, now is the time. Something else. Oh yeah, I was gonna pull up these paper towels and try to do the wet paper towel method. I know people that do that with cannabis, but I believe you can do that with these fruit trees. I also have some other plants that I want to get started, like some tomatoes. Got some tomatoes, like miniature tomatoes that I want to start growing, because those I think would do really well in that table, because they could take up a lot of the light, and I just need to make sure I water them a little more often. Sprout, dude, you were just doing fine over there. Fine, I'm gonna stand over here. This is where I'm gonna stand, right over here by this nice, comfy bed. He doesn't know what to do. Come here. That's where, yes, right there. No. Stay, or I'm gonna take you upstairs. I might just have to take him upstairs because I want to smoke a little more with you guys today. Let me pause my camera, okay? And then, yeah. You are being a little more rambunctious today than usual. The lights are off. It's a different light schedule now. It took me a while to get the darn timers to work right, or to be set correctly. I did just let them out before I started the show, so I don't think that was his issue. Well, we're back. So, I do want to get to a bunch of these prizes for game night. If you're still with me in the house, see a hashtag WTIF. See who's breathing. See some fire emojis. Smoke emojis, maybe. Some heart emojis, I don't care. Dancing bananas if you got them. Dancing bananas if you got them. I really enjoy the dancing bananas, you know? I should have got my gloves while I was over there, but I can do that in a minute. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to put the wet paper towels if I do that. Maybe get a little tray of some kind. I do have a tray upstairs. I might do that later. Comment below. Tell me if you've ever used the wet paper towel method before on anything cannabis or not. Cheers. Cheers, cheers. Got some Tropicana cherries in that one. That is good. Well, that's a lot of dancing bananas. Might have to heat up a dab. Alright, so if I maybe if I do this, maybe use this space right here. Don't you want to put, I might have to look into this, but don't you want to put the wet paper towel inside a Ziploc bag? You've used it many times, Mary? How do you handle the wet paper towel after you've folded it over the seed? Do you keep it, you want to put it in the dark, I'm guessing, and you keep it moist so the paper towel would go into a Ziploc bag with the Ziploc bag open just a little bit. Am I right about that? I do it every time with a wet paper towel. Okay, yeah, let me know, Brenda or Mary, what you, because maybe I'm missing a step. The Bluetooth lights is the best in my opinion. The Bluetooth lights? Huh. Especially if you lace lights that link together. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Froghopper. Bluetooth timers. Oh, I see. For good quality. I gotcha. Bluetooth. I don't know what timer I have. The timers are fine. It's just that they have settings for the whole week, every day individually, and you got to cycle through all of that. And so sometimes you have it set on just a certain day, and the next day, boom, it's not doing anything. Little stuff like that. It took me a while to cycle through and actually set every bit of it so that it wouldn't have any issues any day of the week. Let's see what they say. Close or close it all the way. Okay. And close it all the way. You don't want to leave. Do you want to have like an air bubble or no? You want to leave a little air, don't you? I just keep it moist. Okay. You just keep it moist. You don't put it in a Ziploc bag. Okay, so there's variations, I guess, to this method, it sounds like. And that is the truth of the matter on a lot of things, isn't it? That there is variation or nuance to things that we sometimes like, nope, this is how I was taught, this is how it has to be done. But then we find out through a little bit of experimentation that, you know, oh, hey, you can maybe do this. Maybe it's not always ideal, but this other way or whatever also works. Kind of like, instead of a humidifier in your room, in the space, at least temporarily, there are other ways to add humidity into the air. You know, like a damp washcloth hanging in the air, stuff like that. But it's not ideal. You know what I mean? Not ideal. Neither is this torch. This torch isn't ideal, but you know, when you break your rig around Christmas time, you're definitely not going to buy yourself a new rig at that time. Too many things happening all over. Isn't that what it happens every year? It's around Christmas time that the car breaks down, that this happens, that happens, the extra bill, oh, you missed something and you missed a payment and you lost this, or man, that's like, I have like a handful of those things. Although other people have worse, right? There's always a worse problem, there's always a worse situation. So keeping it in perspective is key. It's like, yeah, boom, I'm taking some dings this year, but at the same time, I'm going to survive, and I've got plans, I've got, you know, future goals, and that's all you can ask for, having some aspirations, some goals in life. If you don't have anything beyond your own survival, then you really can't choose to be happy, because I think happiness is a choice, right? And I choose to do this dab right now, so cheers, everybody. You talked about some clones in your in the Growers Underground, James. Yeah, I have some dehumidifiers and humidifiers. I use a little bit of both. what works for some might not for others. Yeah, that's true. And it depends on the seed, too. Some seeds will pop a little faster. I swear I feel a hair, but I can't tell. Set it and forget about it. Forget it. The percentage, right? You get it all automated, I see. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you know, for someone who says, oh no, you got to have all this equipment, there are ways to do things, at least temporarily, until you get the right equipment. Like, if I lived in Alaska, I'd definitely be digging a hole in the summertime to have a greenhouse that you can have all year long. Even though you could still do an indoor facility and have all of it temperature controlled, you'd save a lot of energy. And my end goal is to have like big skylights and big open, maybe even like roof doors that can open up to let more light in and stuff like that. A little bit of both, you know. I'll have some natural lighting and some non, but ultimately it just depends on the season and how much light is happening outside, whether you need the supplemental. There's a lot of things that can be done in conjunction with each other to spread that power usage out too. And I have a lot of issues right now where I'm trying to get my house electrical rewired, basically. Not the whole house, but I'll be happy with a few outlets in the basement that are, you know, wired into the box, not an extension cord going to the box, wired into the box, and also 3-prong, you know, grounded outlet. Because every outlet in this room that I'm in now, I'm using 3-prong outlets in every one. I'm using 3-prong plugs, or at least the 2-prong to 3-prong, you know, adapters, and they're all 2-prong everywhere. It's crazy. Okay, let's see what I can do. What if I can put them in Ziploc bags later. I wonder if it's a problem that I'm using water from the aquarium, because that water does have nutrients in it, and you don't necessarily need that or want that when germinating. But at the same time, I have RO water as an alternative down here. I could go get other water, but RO water doesn't have anything in it either, which might be bad for the plant or for the seed as well. So it is what it is, I guess. So what can I do? Maybe set it on, put it on this. This rolling tray. Okay, so I'm gonna have a few different seeds, so I'm gonna just spread them across the same piece. And use the water out of this. It's kind of making me think maybe I shouldn't use the water, but that's okay. I'm gonna use it for now. I'll have to get more than that. All right, I should get gloves, but it's okay. try 3 more of each. Now that I can tell them apart, what they look like. Do you do dehumidifier water? Yeah, I mean that's basically RO water, although dehumidifier water can have some metals in it that you don't want because of the coil. But yeah, I put that in the fish tank before, but I did it for too long. It started killing the fish. To get the seeds to pop, probably don't need anything too crazy. Cheers, Betty. Okay. That doesn't even feel like a full seed. Elisa May, hello. Speaking of the seeds, these were given to me by Elisa May. Thanks, Elisa. So apple, orange, and cherry. Oh, that's lemon. Oh, here's the cherry. I don't need the lemon. I have a lemon tree right now. Yeah, I was just showing the ones in the cup, and the cup ones aren't really doing anything. I'll just leave them in there for now. Alright, let me pause the camera. Okay, let me grab some other seeds and I'm going to put in here. Like miniature tomatoes. Where's my box of seeds? Is this the box of seeds? Excuse me. Probably do a little basil, but I think I got one that's open somewhere. We've got marigold seeds. We've got potatoes that I want to plant still. These are purple potatoes. I just don't have the light set up over the potato bin just yet. And I've got some other potatoes that are regular, like red potatoes. Oh, here's some sweet basil seeds. Is it empty? It's empty. Guess I don't need that. What's this? Sweet peppers. Sweet pepper seeds. Hot peppers. Lettuce. More hot peppers. Carrot, mint, lavender, sweet peas, mustard, more lettuce, radishes, for basil, peppers, spinach. Spinach might be good too, and basil. There we go. Okay. a little bit of spinach. And then, where'd that tomato go? Ah, here we go. They're called Fairy Morse tomatoes. I think that's the right one. Jelly bean hybrid. Jelly bean sized tomatoes. Probably a little bigger than a jelly bean, I would assume. Yeah, I know that, James. I'm just saying, it'll be done. Okay. It's not really that good to use RO water, but I remineralize it. Okay, let me just pour a little water on it like that. Okay. That was a little sloppy, but it's okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll just leave these other seeds in there, because why not? They've been in there for a couple weeks, 3 weeks now. Okay, and I'll just have to keep it moist. I could probably do something else, like put something over it. I could put the whole thing in a plastic bag. I could get a Ziploc, like a gallon Ziploc bag. Got those out in the garage. That's probably what I'll do. Cool. Probably can't see it that well here. Just kind of spread out seeds, and I kind of just know what each one of them are. That's basil, that's tomato, that's spinach, it's cherry, apple, and orange. Cool. Let's put it over here for now. Alright, let me get some prizes taken care of to those of you that are winners from yesterday's game. Actually, maybe I'll get the door prize going first. Alright, so who's here in the house? 12 people on the Facebook. You all want to get on the door prize or what? Pull the camera back to myself, please. Camera, thank you. Yes. There it is. Okay. And if you're on the Rumble, hit the hashtag. Say something. Give me something. Give me a hashtag. Give me a FU. Give me a whatever you want to give me. Tell me a stank. Give it to me, and I'll put you on the wheel. Not seeing the Facebook comments. I might have to leave and come back. Yes. Okay. Got seeds in germ on the 18th and 21st. Nice. Hello, Becca. Otherwise, my plants get rainwater. Oh yeah. Or tap water. Ooh, tap water. That's a lot of chlorine though. Bottled water. Yeah. Then you got the plastic in it. You got the microplastics. Like it's always something, right? Well, there you go, Diane. Start selling veggie seeds. Why not, James? Why not? Everybody's got to eat. Alice. Let's see who's over here. Alice again on the Rumble. Kayla on the Rumble. Brenda. Betty. Kim. Thanks, Kim, for heading over to the Rumble. I appreciate that. Need more people. I need more friends over on the Rumble. Only 5 people today. Yesterday was pretty hopping on the Rumble. Oh yeah, the dancing bananas. See Kayla on the Facebook. I have to leave and come back. I'm missing comments again. Guys, if you have Rumble, head over to Rumble if you would, because I've probably been missing comments for a while and didn't know it. It's a Facebook glitch. I'm looking at it on Facebook, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. I gotta go back a page because I think I might have missed some people from the week before. Clean the yard up like a boss today. Nice. Probably one of the last days, right? For sure. Brenda, we're on the Rumble. Okay. Put Perry down to 19. 19 coupons. Nobody, however, gained 1, lost 1, and then lost another 1, so only goes down 1 to 8. Anybody else that want to get on the door prize wheel? Oh, Diane from the Rumble. No, nobody else? Got 10 people on the Facebook. Only like 3 of you wanted to get in on this. I guess some people don't want to comment. That's okay. Totally understand that. Alright. Let's go. Jess used a ticket, I think, as well. So -1, +1, so she's actually stays even at 2. Andrew. Oh, I never put Andrew down, so Andrew gets to go to game night next week. And same goes for Matt Clark. Actually, you know what? Andrew did subscribe on Rumble, so we're just going to make that his first Indoor Farmer coupon. Awesome. Alright, and then I forgot the door prize on last week's review episode. Whoops. Let's see, Alice. Alice, you have 6 currently. Did you win any yesterday? No. You won one right there, so you got 7 now. Got 7. Then we got Chris P. winning last week. Did he win anything else? Nope. He won. So he's got 27. Won the door prize. And let's see. People in the boxes, we had Kayla and Bean. Bean is now at 7. And Kayla. Where'd you go, Kayla? 14, now you got 15. Now it's joint time. You want to come up and smoke, Elisa? You don't have to come up, but anybody's welcome at this point to come and hang out. Brenda, you have 29 coupons. Or, I'm sorry, 28. You used one. There we go. And Matt's taken care of. Trent Allgood with the Twisted Cannabis. Trent. Congrats on winning the TwistedCannabis.com prize on game night. Use code for $10 off or beans or eats. Okay, Trent is taken care of. Look to the right of your chat box, Diane. Oh. Did Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. Yes, Alice, thank you very much. The dancing bananas, yeah, it might not be easy to find on the phone. Pretty sure you can, though. If I'm not mistaken. James, get on the wheel, bro. Gotcha. Dirty, I jumped out of the bed. Okay, that's alright. Gotcha. Not even supposed to trade or give away cannabis seeds in Illinois. Yeah, that's it's gonna. I don't think they're gonna be able to just put the lid back on it like that. A lot of events too. Yeah, that's true. I can see that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I got everybody that wanted to get on this. Get a couple more prizes out before we spin this wheel. Okay, Rose gets on the SunMed list. I already did that. Okay, good. Cat, the LeafCycle.net prize and the SoilFoods.com prize. She came up to play. She won 2 prizes. prize. Okay. Congrats, Cat, on winning the Leaf Cycle .net prize on game night. Okay. First link is just the website. Live right now doing game night prizes. Alright. It's funny if anybody responds to these while I'm doing them. They're like, hey, come and join us. It's hard to catch you while I'm working because my boss calls every 15 minutes. Okay. Let's go. I like all the emojis in the chat. It gets the chat rocking. Next is... Oh, that's right. She had the soil foods as well. So I need to go to Sydney. It's not how I have to click. Forward, cat. And this is your code to soilfoods.com. Off. Okay, Cat's taken care of. Cat's 2 website prizes. Then we've got Chris winning the Grow Room Genetics, which I can write down as a need to mail. I've got a few things that I need to mail already, so if you're waiting for something, you're probably on the list. And chances are you'll win another prize before you get anything mailed, which means that I'll put them together and la-di-da-di. Who wants to potty? Let's see, Chris P. Brittany Schneider, who won last week, she sent me her information. I need to send that out too. It's Brittany. Okay, Alice. Alice wants the Frog Hopper Puff Top. Do I have Frog Hopper page still? I think I do. There it is. 128. Alice. Puff Top. Got it. Okay. Alright, Alice, got you down in the books. And then we got Margaret Jett winning the 34 Mongrels Genetics. That I can do quickly. Margaret. MJ's Baked Goods. Go check it out. That's Margaret on winning. $34 rolls genetics prize on game night. you both! Exclamation point. Alright, Margaret Jet, thank you very much. And here we are with drizzledab.com. Drizzledab. Mr. Claire Divert. Going out to Brenda. Congrats, Brenda, on winning the drizzledab.com prize on game night. Okay, couple left here. Leslie getting the MJ's Baked Goods. MJ's Baked Goods prize. Congrats, Leslie, on winning the MJ's Baked Goods prize on game night. Ankle hurts all of a sudden. Probably need to sit down. Perry Wood getting the MasterRochiesGarden.com. Get back to the comments in just a moment here. Congrats, Perry, on winning the Master Rochi's Garden.com prize on game night. Use code for $15 off. Okay. Yeah. That's why I keep pushing that, or not pushing, I guess, but like reminding people, in case you feel like you're getting too many of something. We've got a lot of friends, and like most of us have other friends in the Canon community, whether that's like a real life friend or not, but trading them or using them as some other kind of a donation to a giveaway that gets you something else, you know, spot in a waffle or whatever. I don't know. There's other ways to do it. I'm not saying that you should have to do that, but it is a nice like alternative way to get some value out of prizes that you don't necessarily need. All right, I think that's good for now. Oh, Kim Marston, I didn't write you down yet. Kim now has 13 coupons. 13. Let's go. Let's do the door prize. And then maybe have another dab. What time is it? Okay. We could head over. We could watch a little Kill Tony. I got a bunch of Kill Tony to catch up on. I'll head over to locals here pretty soon, I think. Let's see. Oh, there's Perry. Cat. Gotta go show Rumble some love. Cat. Heading to Rumble. See if I'm missing anybody else. Yeah, I mean it's hard almost no matter when I go live. I'm gonna lose somebody, which is a sad truth. But at the same time, I try to make this show rewatchable. At least maybe not the end here where I'm just getting the prizes taken care of, but the whole beginning of this show, the first hour, is all about the plants that I'm growing and what I'm trying to learn and what I'm trying to figure out. Next steps. And there's Cat. Put you on here, Cat. Somehow you got You're on the bottom still. That's fine. Kim, I'm pretty sure I got you on here twice. Maybe not. Anybody else that I'm missing? Use everything I have won. And some I can partake for months after harvest. Right. Although definitely let me know. I think I might have another issue with USPS. Always something, especially this time of year. So shipping a lot of things can get a little bit hairy, to say the least. What was it that you told me, Brenda? Something. It was opened, but then didn't look gone through. Let's see. The cart battery, yeah, there was a cart battery in there. So looks like they struck again. Maybe it could have fallen out. Got the tape got ripped off, possibly. Huh. Glass and the banner, some bracelets and pins. Yeah, everything else seems right. Although they might have taken something else, some of the smaller stuff, stickers or something. That's why I try to make sure I put in $100 value in every package, even if it doesn't come close to that. Oh, let me get back to the Facebook. Dang it. Oh, am I at a minute? I think so. I think I've ever clicked that before. Okay. It must have like rolled, got pushed across the surface and the tape got pulled up or something. Because I'm putting this like extra strength duct tape on it. Maybe I use this black duct tape and it's pretty strong, but with the weather and stuff, you never know. You have a little corner open and something brushes against it and opens up, but that's still weird that probably one of the more valuable items in the box was the thing that came out. So going all the way to Cat. That was intense, Kim. That was intense. Kim, do you know that you pulled a double win tonight or today? A double win. It's a double win, Kim. You won the number post and you won the door prize. Look at that. I can add you another coupon. Now you have 14. And also need to mark this off anyway. Wow. Wow, Kim. That's incredible. This is also strange that they are not offering me anything on the Rumble. Too many ad reads. That's strange. Got some options here, but they're not lighting up. Oh well. Alright guys, I was going to do another dab, but I'm just going to head over to locals because I got a bunch of Kill Tony to watch. And I was going to hit this ad, but they're not giving me one. You're welcome, Kim. Diane, I'll see you over there. And, Kayla and anyone else, Brenda, anybody that wants to come over, head over to locals in just a minute here. We'll be there in less than a couple minutes. Tomorrow's review is to be determined still. It could be anything. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to get out and do much this weekend, so I did take my son to eat. We went to the Burger Barge, and we watched the Festival of Lights parade. Much better to watch than to be there because it's so cold. You sit there and wait for it for hours. It is an interesting experience. We should have tried to go, but I didn't even know. Went to go eat and I was like, oh, it's on TV. We'll just watch it. Nice. Okay, make sure that you hit the like button if you haven't yet. If you are watching for the first time, follow the channel. Check out what else I have going on. And we'll see you later. Remember, everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer, check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm Waylon the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro set up, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real. Waylon's here, and he's